Have you been looking for a community building tool and just I feel a little bit overwhelmed by all the different choices that you actually have out there available to you right now? I don't blame you. I can certainly understand because there are just so many different platforms, so many different tools and uses for each one of these community features that you really make it hard to figure out which one to use. So in this video, what I want to do is just show you a great tool. It's actually free that you can use to build your online community, online courses, absolutely free. And if you're actually looking to maybe start a business with this, another platform that you can actually use with these community features that does a lot of the full-time automations and so forth is called HighLevel. Now, before we get started, I do want to let you know this video is going to be a little bit longer because this is going to be a comprehensive setup of the HighLevel / GoKollab community setup features. So having said that, let me hop in and show you what this feature is and the platforms that actually utilize these features. Now, the first platform that I want to talk about is called Collab. Actually, if you go to GoKollab.com, that's GoKollab.com. This is a platform that the founders of the GoHighLevel.com software platform actually built to offer their community feature that they built inside of HighLevel. They first built it inside of their own sales and marketing sales platform. And then they decided to just, hey, let me sit back and offer this for free to everybody else to build your own online free community. And I'm here to show you what that community looks like, some of the features that you have, and what you can do inside of it. Because right now, it could take you hours and hours of time to go through and try to figure out what's available, what's the best tool. Now, just a couple of good basic software that you automatically probably already know of are things like Facebook groups, school communities. Now, again, these are tried and true type things. Now, for right now, just to let you know, HighLevel and school are pretty much feature for feature equivalent. So if you're already familiar with school and all the course creations, all the collaborations, the go live features, the scheduling, all the leaderboards and things like that, then you can understand exactly what I'm going to be talking about here inside of HighLevel, because inside of the community feature for the HighLevel platform, you get all of those features as well. Now, Facebook is, of course, a great one as well. It's a tried and true method, but there is a problem with Facebook, and that is you can only use their platform, their posting, and you are limited by coursework, title, searching capabilities, and just being able to use that platform along with other platforms to keep track of things like members and subscribers, things that you really can't do on a Facebook group. It is great. I'm not pushing Facebook, but there are some limitations of Facebook, which would want people to move their community off of that platform and move it to something that's a little bit more robust, that has a little bit more feature set than that does. So right now, let me introduce you. This is GoKollab. Again, this is a free product that was given to the HighLevel platform. And I'm just going to touch on this because you can create your own free community. I'm going to be diving into the HighLevel platform to give you a full community breakdown of all the settings, all the features, everything that you actually get. And this is going to be equivalent of what you can do inside of GoKollab. So I just want to at least let you know that you can go to GoKollab.com, set up your free community. Now, if you are interested in the HighLevel platform with all of its other feature sets and automations and things like that that interact and communicate with the community platform, then you will need to have a GoHighLevel account. So if you're interested, I do have a free 30-day trial of the GoHighLevel platform below in my video description. I'm an affiliate of GoHighLevel, and I give you a ton of bonuses. You have access to me to help you get your community set up, created, and automated. So let me hop into HighLevel and kind of go over some of the intricate features of once you actually dig down into how to create the communities from scratch. Once you create the communities, how you then start building on there and some of the features within each particular group of the communities. So I'm going to come down here. Please keep in mind, HighLevel is a complete sales and marketing platform. It has a ton of features that I really don't want to go over in this particular video because that alone would take me hours to go over all of it. I'm just going to go over one small area called the community feature. And then I'm going to show you how you actually set up the different groups. And keep in mind, I'm going to use the term groups and communities together because really they mean the same thing. And you'll understand what I mean as I go through this so you can actually see what the groups look like inside of the community platform. So right now, if we want to come down here to memberships, we have a client portal. Now, the client portal is your main interface for how people log in. It's the front-facing login portal to how people access your specific communities. Now, to let you know, I will show you what mine looks like, just to give you an example, and then we're going to go over the customization of that later. So here, this is my own custom login. So I get my own custom URL for my portal. It's custom to my domain, and I can have my own login. This login, in turn, goes back into the HighLevel platform. People have to have an account. You can offer it for free if you want to. You can have a paid subscription. I'm going to get into all of that here in just a little bit, but you can do both. But here's my portal, and here's what it looks like, and it's completely customizable, specifically over here on the right-hand screen. This is what you get access to customize it. The left side of the screen is unfortunately something that you don't get to have access to, but you can customize things like the button color and stuff like that over here. But I at least wanted to let you know what it looked like. So here on the main screen, A couple of settings that you're going to be able to hop in and take a look at here. Your domain setup, like I said before, you can customize this with your own domain. So if you want to put in your own domain, you can import that domain into HighLevel, perfectly reasonable and easy to do. HighLevel doesn't limit you for unlimited number of domains, unlimited number of communities, groups, things like that. All of those things are completely unlimited within the HighLevel software platform. So you can give it a custom URL. Just some of the other settings I'm going to take you through. Branding. This area is where all of this, the color scheme and things like that. Notice my icons. This is where my portal, the screen I showed you, this is where you can customize all the options on there. You can come here and do all of that. You can even have a support email address, and then if you wanted to, but I don't have a support email for my communities here. So that's the branding area where you can customize that page. You can come into your app permissions. Now we're going to get a little bit into this, but this specifies what parts of the community you want to have people to have access to. So right now, I'm going to show you a little bit later on after these settings. I'm going to dive into the actual communities, what they look like and so forth, but I'm going to refer back to this a little bit later on, but these are the different things that you can actually give access to. So again, I've access to just the communities so people can see that. The coursework, I don't want them to have a separate coursework because I like to put all my courses into the learning tab, and I'm going to show you what that is here. I love how the learning tab incorporates and brings in all of your coursework to make it very easy for people to access and go through all of your training. Now you can have inside of HighLevel, you can have affiliates for your software products or your coursework and things like that if you want to. This portal is also used for your affiliates. If you want to bring your affiliates in and provide affiliate information, things like that option is available inside of the portal. I just personally don't use it, so I don't have it checked over here on the right-hand side. Let me see if I can move myself over a little bit here. But these check marks just represent what you want to make available inside of the learning platform. Now, keep in mind, I've got communities, billing, and then shared files. So if you come here and take a look at my platform, you'll notice that I have the communities. That's what these are right here. These are my 3 communities that I have. Manage subscriptions. This is where if you are currently paying for anything, like you could charge for your coursework, you could charge a monthly subscription for access to a particular group in one of these communities. All of those things is available here under manage subscription. So people can cancel their own subscription if they want to. You don't have to deal with any of that stuff. If anybody ever subscribes to your group or community and it's a paid group, which is again also available, I'm going to go through the settings of these communities, that you can actually refer people to this page where they can manage their own subscription, but they only have access to that if this option is checked right here. Okay. Now you can also have contracts if you have agreements and things like that you fill out within, like things that you digitally signed. Maybe if you're a coach and you have a signed agreement with your students, then you can make those contracts available to them so they have access to them as well. If you do provide estimates, that's another feature of the community that I don't do that, so I don't have that available. But notice how there are shared files. So if I do want to share files, they're over here with any of the community people, and they see all the communities. Now, whether or not people have access to those communities, that's another story. Okay. People may see the communities, but they may not have access to them, just so that you know. But that's what this screen right here is for, is just giving permissions over how to set that up. Your language settings, again, that's pretty straightforward. What type of language do you want? Keep in mind that all of these languages are supported. If you take a look at Swedish, Finnish, Italian, so all of those, it is multilingual. Also a chat widget, if you're not familiar with it, just like a little widget that you could put on a particular site and you can answer questions. You can have AI inside of HighLevel. AI actually answer questions for people, things like that. So you can actually put particular chat widgets on certain areas, like you could put them on the communities area or even on the home screen if you wanted to, and have that available for you as well. So those chat widgets, again, a chat widget is just another feature built inside of HighLevel that gives you some additional functionality to build into your community. But again, you have to have the HighLevel platform to do that. If you do GoKollab, those options aren't available to you because that's a free platform. HighLevel is a paid platform. So again, if you find this interesting, go ahead and smash the like button, leave me a comment, and I would appreciate it. So here, we're just moving through again with the chat widget, email settings. They have really made this robust. So inside of here, you don't get a whole lot with the client portal unless you're billing people. Then they get notifications if they created an invoice. But here's where it really shines. Inside the communities, when somebody joins a community, you approve or decline a user. If you get a new post, if somebody tags you on a post, you can get email notifications or push notifications within the platform to those particular people. You just have to uncheck and check whenever something's added. So like, for instance, I was adding a bunch of coursework and didn't want people to get updates every time I added a new course. But if you wanted to check that like that, then you can just simply say, hey, anytime I add a new course, then everybody in the community will get an update that the new course is available and have a link for that course to show them where to go access it. So all these things are available. If you wanted to, you could even have things like certificates and badges. I'm going to get to that in just a minute when I get to a little bit further over here on the screen. But you could say, hey, if I issue you a badge or issue you a certificate for finishing a coursework or something like that, you could really do that. That really works well with team building and just keeping the momentum up for people if they're taking your courses, to go to the next course and finish that as well, because they keep getting more and more certificates or even more badges depending upon how you have your community designed. So that's what this is for. And then your coursework, anytime somebody gets added to the coursework, you get access to your offer, things like that. Those are available as well. Now here, this is where HighLevel has a complete course building schedule built in it. Now I know there's a lot of, School has this, Kajabi has this. I think that's one of the main, Kajabi is just like building coursework and then making that coursework available to people. All of that is built into these products. HighLevel has its own complete products offer system in here. If you just take a look, these are some of the products that I've already built within this particular thing that I offer to people in my community. And I'll actually make sure that you guys can see where this is a little bit later on when we dive actually into the community. We're still in HighLevel right now. There's certain things that you actually do in the HighLevel platform. Once you get that configured, a lot of the subscriptions, the cost, the payments, the privacy, public, private, all those group settings, you have to access the actual community itself and the settings inside the community to configure. Those you cannot do inside of HighLevel. So here's all the products. And if you wanted to create a new product, you can create one from scratch, or they actually have an import. You can import stuff from Kajabi if you want. But if you just take a look here, these are how you can add coursework to it. And if you wanted to create new, this has a complete course builder. So you can give it a course title, upload a thumbnail. Do you want to offer the course for free? Do you want to charge for it? You could have sections, courses. It's a complete system for being able to do that. Now, I'm not going to necessarily do that here. I'm just showing you these are the products. And these same products that you configure inside of HighLevel, you could also make available to people in the community. And I will show you where that is as well if you hang in there with me. Now, products by themselves are just that. In order to make it available to somebody, you have to make it in the form of an offer. So offers are a way that you can actually either sell or give away your training. But an offer pretty much is a way you put a price to what you're selling. Okay. So you can actually have an offer where you offer 1 course, 5 courses, however many you want. But again, that whole, if you're ever familiar with that, it's very easy to use. To simply create an offer, add whatever products that you've already created into that offer, give it a price, offer it for free, whatever you want. And then that becomes an offer that now you can publish and sell either on a GoHighLevel funnel or a GoHighLevel website, which by the way, they offer unlimited websites and unlimited funnels inside of the platform, as well as I'd already mentioned unlimited domains. So all that stuff, you don't have any limits on it with HighLevel. That's one of the great things I love about the platform. So again, those are the courseworks. And again, if you want to dive into analytics and settings, this is going a little bit off of the community. So I'm just going to move on here. If you look at the communities, these are the groups. Now, if you take a look here, this is why I say community groups are in a sense really community. So when you think of the community, here are the three communities I have, and each one of them are separated because they all have their different branding, their different title, different members, different purpose for each community. That's one of the beautiful things about HighLevel. You can have unlimited number of these. Okay. So you can have a free group if you want to. Remember I mentioned that with school, how you can have a free group to offer it to people, show them value inside of the free community, the free group, whatever you want to call it. And then once they find value, then you can upsell them to a specific group where maybe you have like weekly phone calls, and maybe you have an archive of previous reported calls or additional training they get access to if they pay you a subscription every month. Now you can have one group for the free group and then one group for a paid group if you wanted to. Absolutely do that, and it doesn't cost you anything inside of HighLevel. Now there are costs, subscription costs for this, and I'll just tell you right now because I don't want to hide them. There is a $97 plan which offers you everything that you see here. There is a $297 plan and a $497 plan. I'll just say those two higher level plans are really for people that want to create their own software as a service business. So if you're not interested in creating the software as a service business, you really don't need those higher plans. The $97 plan with all the features that you get in HighLevel, including the community to run your own business, is all that you will really ever need. And $97 a month for an all-in-one sales and marketing platform to completely run your business, to have coursework, to sell your coursework, to have communities, all that stuff is a crazy price, absolutely crazy price. So again, if you're interested in going up to the $297, $497 plan, I would have to highly recommend scheduling a strategy call with me. I'll create a link in the video description. We can have a call and sit back and talk about what you're looking to do and determine what plan is going to be best for you. But that's just my little sales field there. So right now, here's all the community groups. These are the 3 that I have created. Each one of them can be branded. But right now, this is just where you create the groups. Once you create the groups, then you have to come inside of this portal. This is your portal, that whatever you designated your URL. Once you log in, then you'll have to configure them. And I'm going to show you how to do that once I'm done inside of HighLevel. So this is where you can create your group. If you wanted to, you can have active groups. If you want to turn them inactive, these are some of the older test groups that I actually had at one point, and I've decommissioned them. So I've made them inactive, which means that they're no longer available. They don't show up here on the portal site any longer. And then people can't really access them. So That right there is just something that is available. And if you wanted to, you could just simply turn that group back on, activate it again if you wanted to. But again, once you create the group though, you can't delete it. That's just a feature inside of HighLevel. You can only make it active or inactive. Just please keep that in mind. Next, I want to just go over credentials. This right here goes over just creating certificates, creating badges. For instance, if you wanted to, they have templates inside of HighLevel. If somebody joins your community, you could offer them a badge and assign them a badge as part of an automation or workflow within the HighLevel platform. This contact first name, don't be freaked out by that. That actually goes into HighLevel, pulls their contact record, and puts their first name here. So here, for me, it would be Ray. It would just say, Ray, welcome aboard. And it would customize the badge based upon the person who joined the group. And then this would simply be presented to them and would be offered to them inside of the platform. Again, it's just a way to just promote your community, make people feel welcome. And then whenever somebody does come through, say, and finish a course, where was it? I think that was his HighLevel trainings. So this right here, if they finish, I call it HighLevel trainings, but if they finish this, you could just say, hey, certificate of completion. This right here is just a template. Again, it doesn't look hugely great, but this is a template that you could give them to say, hey, congratulations, you finished the round 1 of coursework or the course module 1. Now please move to course module 2. And just keeps people motivated when they get a certificate. And it's pretty cool. And then again, I've already went over the GoKollab interface, so I'm not going to go over that. But these are the settings once you configure them inside of HighLevel. Once you configure the communities and set them up here and you set up all of your settings, I'm not going to lie to you, setting this stuff up, probably your first time going through all the settings of your portal and everything else, it's probably going to take you about an hour to get that set up. And to set up your communities and your groups, is easy. Literally, you come to HighLevel and you just simply say create group. You give it a group name, description, you give it your branding, all that stuff. You click create group and it's created. Now, I don't want to do it here because I told you you can't delete them, but creating a group just takes a minute or two to create the group. Now, going in and configuring it, that's where we're going to actually go into next. So beyond that, this is what you have to configure inside of HighLevel to get the group created or in a sense your community. Now, once you have it, and you can do all the branding, all that other stuff, you can take a look at it for this thumbnail, and then this is considered the logo right here. And then you can give it a name and stuff like that, and then different color schemes. We're going to take a look at that right now when we hop inside the portal. Now, these are active groups. This is one that I'm building. I haven't actually launched it yet. It's just my HighLevel Agency Accelerator community. But I'm going to practice on this one right here because I don't have anybody actually in there. I've just built the shell of it for right now. I don't want to get into it because these are active and I don't want to do anything with actually, I will do this to show you the training part of this. So this is one of the things that inside of this group, notice that we have here, we've got a lot of different settings I'm going to go over in the other group, but I really want to show you this learning tab. And this is my affiliate support community. So if you do sign up with HighLevel using my 30-day free trial link here, you get access to, again, coaching for me. You get access to all of the training that I provided you here. This is some of the GoHighLevel training that is already out there right now, but here's some additional resources. Some snapshots were basically like a lot of pre-built components, specifically relating to AI and AI agencies and things like that you can really help build an AI agency very quickly, because that's what I specialize in, AI and reputation management. And then if you're dealing with social media, this right here tells you, how to sit back and actually do your own social media within HighLevel. There's a whole different platform called the Social Media Planner that's actually used. You can create and post, schedule posts. Or if you're using things like Hootsuite or something like that, you don't need to use that software anymore. If you have HighLevel, you can consolidate that cost. I was paying $150 a month to use that years ago with Hootsuite specifically to manage all my social media. $150 is more than enough to cover the entire software cost to use this to run your business at $97. And that's just one of the features. The Social Media Planner is one feature inside of HighLevel. Communities are another feature, but you see how powerful these features are within HighLevel. So definitely a great platform to run your own business. But this right here teaches you how to do social media, and then you can even now offer that service to clients. This again, if you have a higher level plan, the $297 or the $497 plan, you can now offer social media management to your clients as well. So here we've got just a bunch of different training, and this is what you can do. All the products that I created that you saw, these are all the products that are and how they're displayed inside of HighLevel, inside your community. Now notice they're all free, but I do restrict who has access to this community. Like this community, you just can't join this community. You have to be accepted into this community, and I will go over that process with you in a little bit. But if you wanted to add a course, just simply click here. What you're going to end up getting, this drop down that you see here, is all the products that I showed you. I'm going to go back over here real quick. These coursework and products, all these products that you see here connect directly into this system. So all you have to do is select a product that you've already created. And again, you only have a few products here because I've already added a lot of products to this page. But some of these I don't want to give access into this community, but all you'd have to do is just click on one and it would just simply add it. You can actually specify whether you want it to do it for free or whether or not you want to actually pay for it. And I'm going to show you how this works when I show you the blank community here. but I at least want to show you what this will look like here inside of an active community. So here I'm going to go back and we're going to go into the Agency Accelerator. So here, if you take a look at the Agency Accelerator here, this is where I'm going to go over all the stuff that you're looking at here. So let's start over here. All the communities have a home page, okay, have a home, I guess, channel, if you will. Keep in mind, everything that's over here are called channels. Now, a channel is just a way to specify a very specific topic, maybe within your community. So again, if you're dealing with coaches and you're dealing with stuff, you might have sales, you might have marketing, you might have client engagement, client onboarding, things like that. Those could be different channels where inside of each channel, then you can specify or talk about that specific topic. So again, this is very similar to a lot of the other tools that are out there with Slack or, sorry, there's another one I can't think of right now, but it's very similar to those. But right now, what I want to do is simply add a channel, and I'm just going to call it test. And here you can give it a channel name, description. If you wanted to, you can give it an icon. I'm just going to give it like an emblem. Now, here's one of the cool things about this as well. This is where you can make this channel private, or you can make it read-only. Now, let me help understand the difference here. A private channel is a channel that only members that are invited to can actually join. Now, here's where you can sit back and actually do something with your community. So you might have, let's just say 100 people inside of your community, but let's just say there's a few people, a small select group, don't really know, can't really give you a great example right now, but let's say you want to take 10 people out of that 100, and only those 10 people have access to this particular channel. So you want to make it private. So you make it private, okay? And then if you wanted to, once you made it private, then you would invite those 10 members to that channel. And then only those 10 members would be able to have access to that channel. And then of course you as an administrator, all the administrators have access to everything in here as well. So hopefully that makes sense. So this is where you can do some cool stuff inside of HighLevel, or I'm sorry, inside of your community. Now read only, this right here is where like literally if you just want to post things, but you don't want to have people comment, you don't want to have them like it, you don't want to have them do stuff like that, then you could just make it read only and just say, here's where I'm putting posts for just information, but I don't want to go through and have chats and comments and stuff like that about it. So we're going to go ahead and create that channel. And then we're going to see we've got this channel created over here. Perfect. So now that we've done this, let's go ahead and take a look across the top. This discussion is where you can simply have a post. I'm just going to say, where do you live? Here, if you wanted to, drop me a comment on where you are at. So if you wanted to, you can enable comments here. Keep this in mind. And where are you putting this? You're putting this in the test channel here. So notice that because over here, if you take a look, this I've already in the test channel and I'm creating a post. I don't get to change the community. So I'm just going to do publish post. Now, what this is very similar. You just publish a post. People can come here and they can like it. People can come here on the comment. They can then put a GIF. They can do any of these things, add an image, a video. It's very robust. Add links, attachments, emojis, all those things that are in here. Plus, you can also come in here and do hashtags. So you can do hashtag, everyone if you want to, and tag everyone in this group, and then everyone will get a notification that a post has been made about them. If you wanted to, again, there's not a lot of members here, but if I wanted to, I could do it at member name and tag a specific member, in which case that member will get notifications. And those notifications are all based upon these things that you set up here under your email settings. Remember, we went through that with communities. So you have to configure all of this stuff to get an email, but it's up to you as the admin of the system to determine what notifications are actually sent out. So just wanted to let you know that and tie those two together to let you know how they work. So this is how you can actually do this if you wanted to. Now I'm going to come here. If you wanted to, notice you can copy it, send somebody a link. If you want to, if you're browsing it, you can send it to another member, delete the post, move this to a different channel if you want to, edit it. And there's some things that I can do because I'm the admin. Now, of course, the post creator can do these things. If I created the post, I can go in and edit it and things like that. But I can, if somebody else tries to do that, they don't have permission to do that, just to let you know. So right now, I'm just going to go ahead and delete the post just to show you how you would delete it. And there you have it. So this is just one thing. You could build unlimited number of these type of channels over here if you wanted to. But again, if you wanted to make it private, this is where you can come in here and add your members after the fact if you wanted to. So those are your channels. Now, the discussion tab, I'm going to go across the top here. This is where all the discussion, all the posts, all the comments, all the replies, all the likes, all that stuff happens here in the discussion tab. The learning tab, that's what we just take a look at here. Notice I already have one coursework in here called the AI Employee Playbook. Okay. Now I'm going to sit back here and remove this. So again, just to give you a heads up for this, edit it, delete it, move it. If I want to, like, if there's a bunch of ones and I wanted to have the order of the products rearranged, I could do that. Or if I just want to copy this and send this to somebody saying, hey, go check out this training, I could do that here as well. Now, if you come here and take a look at edit, this is what you get. Do you want it available to change the name? Do you want it available to all members? And here's some of the cool things. I'm trying to blow this up here. So do you want to make this available to all members, which I do? Now, this could be a great thing, level unlock. We haven't talked about it yet, but as more and more people engage and they can go up, they can access higher levels within the community. And I'm going to go over that. That's often called a gamification. That's a term that's used to specify that. But as people interact, comment more on posts, then they get points. The more points they get, they go up in levels. And then you can say, hey, if you get to level 4, then you get this coursework free unlocked for you. You see what I mean? So you can say level unlock, and you can even specify what level that and which gamification level that gets unlocked. So that's a really cool feature that HighLevel has. And you can offer these courseworks as rewards for people to engage in the community, to do more and more. And of course, they have to earn points, which means they have to comment. They have to engage within your community in order to do that. So if you wanted to, you can actually sell courses, buy now. So if you do buy now, you can simply say, this right here is it. You could do a one-time cost, reoccurring. But first of all, let me just stop here. Do you already see the power of this community and the fact that you get it automatically with the $97 software? Or if you want to come over here to GoKollab, you do get it for free inside of this community. There are just some features you don't get. When you integrate it with HighLevel, you do get more features. But again, you pay, you get more features. That's just the way things work. But this is just signing up for a free account is unbelievable. Now, again, if you are interested in signing up for this, I know this can be a lot. Sign up with me using my link and I help you go through all of this and get your community set up for success already. But let me go over the rest of these. There's a buy now, time unlock. So if you, for instance, if you want to say, hey, if you just joined, then you have to wait at least 10 days before this gets unlocked. So you just can't join the community and then just access all the stuff. You have to be seasoned first, that makes sense. So there's another one. You can do a private channel or just make it private by admins only if you wanted to. And then that way it's not visible to the members of this group. So those are all available to you. And I'm just going to click cancel here because I don't want to do anything here. But let's just say if I wanted to add a course, I can come here and I'm just going to add this 5-day AI challenge. And I want to make it available to all members. I can just simply add the course. Okay, that's it. The products that I've already got created inside of HighLevel here inside of this coursework, when I do all the work here to create it, it makes it very easy to come in here and add this to it. And then if I open this up, then this is what the training looks like when you actually access it. Then you can start the course. When you start it, here's all the links that, all the accessible documents that you get and things like that for the coursework becomes available to you. And all of it is within inside of the community. So it's not like you have a community here and then you have training on another page. That's why I didn't like it. That's why when I specified here in the community settings, no, not here, under settings here, there's a lot under app permissions. I didn't want to do courses here because the way the courses work, you have to actually come here, click on these 9 dots, and then you get communities. You would have courses over here on this side, and then you would have affiliates on this side as well. And that's how you change the page to go from communities to courses or from courses to affiliates. I just want to keep everybody at least on my community. So I didn't want them to leave and go to another page and exit the community because you want them in the community engaging. So to do that, you would just have to put it on the learning tab. That's why I like using that. That's just my personal opinion of why I like doing that. And that's why I turned the feature off so that the coursework page isn't available with inside of this portal. So again, learning, you can add as many as you want. I'm just going to delete this because I don't want this available right now. But this is as easy as it is. Oh, let me just show you one thing that I guess I could have done right here. So here, this is where if you wanted to, you click on move and just, if you want to move it, come on, move card. Of course, it's not working for me now, but you can move the card. You could rearrange them is what I was trying to get at here, but I'm not going to waste any more time with that. Now, the next thing we've got is events. This is a full scale event calendar. So if you have things like if weekly phone calls, you can actually have an event here and add an event. Now, some of the events, again, could be free, but if you wanted to, you can actually have the payment details here on this particular page as well. So again, you could have a paid call if that's something that you're looking for, but just simply put in any kind of event, a day, time. Will this be a reoccurring event? If you say yes, then you can have it reoccur every week. What days of the week, what times of the week, what location. So if you want to have Google Meet, if you have a Zoom, you put your Zoom link in here for this. Here's the description. You can upload artwork. Who do you want to attend this? You can specify all members at different levels, things like that. Or even if you have members of a certain course, keep in mind, you can have all members join a certain course, or you can have certain members join the course that you have your product. So you can restrict that if you want to. But keep in mind, the more restricted you get inside the community, the harder it is to maintain. And that should just be obvious to say that. But here you can set up all events. You can have just anything that you want to in a full calendar. And anytime you have an event for that day, what you end up getting here is you get this nice feature right here across the top. You can't see it right now because they don't have an event, but you would actually have something that just says, hey, there's an event today and so forth. So that is showing up there as well. Learning tab, events, the leaderboard. This is where I talked about gamification. So this is where you would define your different levels. Level 1 is where everybody starts out at, and then as they interact, they can get more and more. And if you wanted to, you can add rewards. This right here is available where you want to add rewards at different levels. So for your gamification, this is where you can edit it. If you want to change the name, the level name, things like that, you can change it, and just everything about the different levels. But ultimately, if you understand different levels, engagement points, how many points it takes to get to a certain level, all of that stuff can be customized here. And the great thing is that you have a leaderboard. The person that interacts the most is going to be recognized, and they'll have their different levels associated with different member names and things like that. So again, the rewards is right over here. It's a cool feature that you can include as well. Here's where all your members are. Right now, you can have this members, contributors. Here are people that have requested to join, that because this community is a part of my other communities that I have, they can see this community and request access. But I can always come in here, click on this and just say request. I can approve or decline the request here. So when people want to have access to the groups, you can decline them if you'd like. Again, you'd have to simply look up, is this person already in my group, or do they supposed to be a part of this group? If so, now here's a great thing about this. If you already have HighLevel, you can automate the people who have access to this group automatically. So let's just say that whenever they buy something on your website and part of that purchase includes membership to your community, part of the automation piece, and I'm not going to go over that in HighLevel, but you can have a workflow kickoff automated that says if somebody buys something on my website, or they go fill out a form on my website, it could be any number of things, I want them to have access to this group. So you can tell HighLevel to make them a member of this group automatically. When that happens, they'll get an email automatically saying, hey, you're a member of the group. Click here to get logged in. And they don't need to request access because they'll get access automatically through the automation. That's why combining HighLevel and the communities together, you have that synergy to make it very easy to manage your group. Likewise, if somebody stops paying, or if somebody wants to cancel their subscription, then at that point you can have the automation again go through and say, okay, this person unsubscribed, then I'm going to remove them from this group. And the removal of that group can be automated as well, making the management of the group much, much easier. So hopefully that makes sense. This is just where you simply can upload images or videos and talk about your group, what it is. And if people want to see that specifically inside of the GoKollab, if you want to search for this, you could find it. And here's one of the nice things is that inside of here, notice that this is a public group, but inside of HighLevel, I'm going to show you inside of the group settings. In here, you can specify whether or not you want to make your group publicly available on GoKollab, because that's a public group. You can hide your group if you want to make it private, but notice here's my group. It is available as well inside of the GoKollab group because I made it public and people can search for it and even join your group from the GoKollab site. Even though it could be a private or even a paid community, just privately within HighLevel, if you wanted to, you can make that available. But this screen is available for you as well. Now, before I move on, one of the other discussion pieces I want to add is just this nice Go Live feature here before I go into the settings of the group, because that'll be where we finish. I've been trying to do things from a higher level, like how do you do things in HighLevel to get things set up? Then how do you do things at the group level? What does all that stuff mean from the channels to the different things across the top? And then finally, the settings are where, once we go through those, you'll know everything about the community features by themselves of what you can do inside of this. Before I forget that, I'm sorry, I want to make sure we understand the chat. So this chat is where you can send private messages. Now, because I actually use this, let me see. Yeah, I don't want to sit back because these are other messages that people have sent me. But if you click chat, I can send a message directly to a member, and that member can send messages directly through me. So there is like a direct DM type of communication within the HighLevel platform. You don't need to post and tag somebody. I can come in here and send a chat between one member to another member, or an admin to a user or something like that as well, directly within here. And that's what this chat feature is. The Go Live feature, just what you would think it is. If you ever want to go live, it's just like Zoom. You have a meeting room capability. You have a streaming software capability. So you can stream with Restream software if you wanted to. Or if you want to just have a regular meeting in here where you invite certain people, they can join and then they can talk and communicate and collaborate. You can do all of that. You could choose what group this is in, like what channel you want to post this in, and you can give it a title and description. You can determine whether or not you want to keep that live stream as a post, which I always recommend. Why? If you're going to go through all this stuff and have a meeting and report it, you might as well report it and keep it there for people to view who join your community at a later time. They can go back and look at all the previous lives and review them, watch them, and see it just like you're watching a Zoom replay. You could watch a replay here, but just save it as a post. And here's the post title and the post description. So here's a few other settings as well. You can notify members whenever you're going live and so forth. Now here's the settings. This is the final area. This is where you can change if you wanted to the group name, the group description. Here's the URL, so you can give it a specific URL link. Keep in mind that your portal, this is what I call mine, but whatever the URL that you set up in the settings I showed you below, you will have that. You can't change unless you change it in HighLevel, but you can come in here and change the ending group name if you wanted to. This is a private group, meaning I only want to have certain people selected in this group. But if I wanted to, I could make it public, which means if somebody just clicked on the join group button, they would join automatically. and there's no approval process, nothing like that. The approval process is simply only for private groups. Okay. Now, this says accessibility from switcher. That just means, do you want this group available in the main menu? Do you want it to show up? Because if you don't want it to show up, then you need to uncheck this box. And then people, unfortunately, would need a direct link to get directly into this group. They can't join the portal. If they join this portal here and looked at the homepage, the community wouldn't show up. That's what you're saying. So you don't want the community to show up for people to be able to see it. So they would have a custom link to go directly to that group. That could be confusing. Just to let you know, that's a little bit harder. People to have that bookmarked and things like that. So right here, allow member to invite new members. That's up to you. Show mandatory profile modal. So this right here is if you want people to force them to put a profile information in, like a picture or even the bio information, then you could select that and make them do that whenever they join the group. So right now, I don't have that selected on this group, but subscriptions, this is where we can have it for free or just simply add a price. You can choose whatever currency you want. So this is international, it's not just for US people. One time or recurring, same thing. Do you want to have a trial? What's the billing period? All of this stuff is in here, and you can just simply add price. Now, if you do have a price on your community and somebody joins your community, okay, then this is where they can start paying, and all of this stuff is done automatically. Think about this. They can go to GoKollab, they can find your group, they can see like my group here. Now, this is free, but if it is paid, they can click on my group, they can see the about information about my group, and they can actually say, yes, I want to join this, click, and then pay your $97 a month to join your group. Then when they do that, then inside of here, let me go back here. Inside of here, this is where manage subscriptions. If they ever want to cancel the subscription, the user would just simply come here to your portal, manage subscriptions. They can click on the subscription for that group and say cancel. And then it would cancel it at the time of, if it's a monthly, weekly, whatever the time period is, it would cancel it at the end of the time period when it's time for them to pay again. So that's how all this stuff works. And it's the thing about this is that people could take care of their own stuff. You don't need to do it for them. Before, you'd have to go through and manually cancel them, take their credit card information off, and do something behind the scenes. Now you don't have to do that because it's completely automated. So that's cool that it's here. If you want to have a newsletter, you could do that. This goes back to the branding. You could set the branding up before, but if you want to change the branding, you could do it here. Themes, this is where you can make, if you want to change the color, notice how there are some light colors if you just want to change things and make them different. I'm just going to leave this as default. If you did want to make it dark, you could do that here as well. So all of these options are available to you. So here's where you can sit back if you don't want to have all these tabs open. If you don't want people to be able to see that, you can turn them off and then have those tabs not show up for people. That's completely up to you. If you did have a private group, okay, and you did want to ask membership questions, then this is where you would simply add a question and turn on your membership. So it's a pretty straightforward. Do you want a text box, single? Do you want to have multiple select? Do you want different options to do this? So if you wanted to, how did you find me for marketing? Google, a friend. If you want to ask questions like how do people find the group, you can do things like that, but you can ask questions before they actually join the group and then use those questions to determine whether or not you want to have them as a member of your community. So again, that's a great feature to have as well. We talked about gamifications and rewards. All of these things are configurable from different levels. That's perfect. Now, the thing about it is you do have 10 levels. Yeah, I'm sorry, 9, 1 through 9, but again, you can't add anymore. So that's it. So just make sure that when you set your limits of your levels, make sure that they're achievable and that people don't go through like 1 to 9 in 30 days or something like that. Because you want to make sure that your levels, it might take them a long time, like a year to get to level 9 or something like that, just to make them more engaged in your community. Now here, this is where if you want to add a certain link, notice that I do have a strategy call set up here for this particular group. I will let you know inside of the group. I'm going to cancel these. I don't want to save any of the changes, but notice that this is a link right over here. I'm trying to blow this up. But these links will show up over here. So you can have strategy call if you want to have links, training, any other links that you have, maybe to another product or something like that, you could put in here if you wanted to. But that's just where the links show up for these links right here. I just wanted to show you what that is. Here's where it's nice, where you have reported content. So right now, if you have part of your community could be, hey, no profanity, no gross, no bullying of other members, things like that. And people see that because it's very hard as a community to track everybody's comments, especially if you have a large community. So right now, this is where you can have other members report content. Okay, report bad or offensive content to you, and you as an admin can then get that content. You see it all here, and then you can decide what to do with it. To delete the post, to ban the user if you wanted to. That's another cool feature that you could do inside here. You can just simply ban the user from never being able to join again, type of thing. So that's another thing. This import feature, I have a whole other video about this. This could take a little bit of time, but if you do have a school community and you want to move from school over to HighLevel or over to the GoKollab community here, you can actually use this import tool to import members, import posts, import all that stuff in, and that's done through here. Now, again, I'm not going to go through and show that to you. I do have a whole other video on my YouTube channel regarding this school import feature alone because it is a little bit of work. So the discovery, this is where you can simply turn on the discovery. That again makes it available here when somebody searches on the GoKollab group. If I don't want it, I just simply turn it off. I don't want to do that, but you also have to specify a category, which is entrepreneurship. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Just give it a category. And these are all the settings, but hopefully I've given you a good enough idea. Come on, guys, you've got to learn something here. Smash that like button, that comment. Give me some help here to help make this video successful on my YouTube channel, because that's what my goal is here. Again, this feature is huge. I know it has a lot of different things in it. I covered it a lot. Hopefully I've given you enough information that if you did want to join HighLevel, please use my affiliate link. It is well worth it. You get access to me and I'll help you set up whatever you need to. So that, and on top of all the training that you saw in my affiliate community, you get access to all of that whenever you need it. Now, you don't necessarily need it right away, but in the future, as you want to continue to grow your business, you may need that training to help you continue to grow and scale your business. So anyway, if you are looking to join HighLevel, please use my affiliate link below. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment. I do get to it, but I want to say thank you so much for hanging in with me and just have a great day. Bye-bye.